Mission Impossible began as a spy thriller in 1996 and has since become one of the most iconic and groundbreaking series in action cinema. Each film brings something new, making Mission Impossible stand out as more than just another spy franchise. It reinvented the genre through thrilling practical stunts, a perfect blend of suspense and action, and a commitment to evolving the story and characters with each installment. This is how Mission Impossible has evolved and why it continues to set a high standard for action and spy films till this day. The original Mission Impossible was a different kind of spy film. Directed by Brian De Palma, it was less focused on explosive action and more on tension and intrigue. The plot follows Ethan Hunt, a young impossible missions force agent framed for the deaths of his team members. Left alone, he has to clear his name, catch the traitor, and complete his mission. The iconic vault drop scene is a perfect example of the series' suspense-driven roots. In this sequence, Ethan is lowered into a high-security room, where he must not make a sound, touch the ground, or trigger any alarms. The silence, broken only by Ethan's breathing, creates a heart-pounding tension. This scene showcased the series' focus on suspense and precision rather than brute force, marking Mission Impossible as a fresh take on the spy genre. It set the tone for the franchise, where the excitement comes not only from action but from clever plans and nail-biting moments. As the series progressed, different directors brought their own vision to Mission Impossible. Each film developed its own style, allowing the franchise to evolve and stay fresh. For example, Mission Impossible 2, directed by John Woo, shifted the series toward a more action-heavy and stylized tone. It featured slow-motion shots, intense gunfights, and dramatic scenes that were popular in action films of the late 90s. Though this entry received mixed reviews, it introduced a new energy to the franchise, showing that Mission Impossible was unafraid to change. Mission Impossible 3, directed by J.J. Abrams, brought a more emotional core to the story by diving deeper into Ethan Hunt's personal life. This film added a new layer of complexity, portraying Ethan as not only a fearless agent, but also a person with relationships, fears, and vulnerabilities. This emotional angle gave the character depth, making him more relatable to audiences and enhancing the tension, as we knew he had something personal at stake. Each director's unique approach kept Mission Impossible fresh and engaging, with new challenges and changes in style. Yet, the series stayed true to its core values, the importance of teamwork, loyalty, and the relentless pursuit of seemingly impossible missions. A defining element that Mission Impossible brought to the spy genre is its dedication to practical stunts. From Ghost Protocol onwards, the series moved away from CGI, relying instead on real stunts performed by Tom Cruise himself. This commitment to authenticity became a hallmark of the franchise, with each film showcasing at least one massive, jaw-dropping stunt performed without green screens or CGI effects. For example, in Ghost Protocol, Cruise performed the now-famous Burj Khalifa sequence, where he climbs and swings from the world's tallest building in Dubai. In Rogue Nation, he holds onto the side of a plane as it takes off. And in Fallout, he flies a helicopter through a series of dizzying maneuvers in a dangerous mountain range. By performing these stunts himself, Cruise brings an intensity and realism to the action that few other films can match. This commitment to practical effects set Mission Impossible apart from other action franchises and inspired a return to real stunts in Hollywood. While many films rely on CGI to create fantastical action scenes, Mission Impossible gave audiences something tangible and realistic. The danger feels real because it is real, and that's a huge part of the appeal. Audiences know that Cruise is risking his safety for these stunts, which adds a thrill and respect factor that CGI can't replicate. While the stunts get a lot of attention, Mission Impossible movies are more than just action sequences. Each film is built on intricate plots, heists, and scenarios that require strategic thinking and precision. Unlike many action films that focus purely on shootouts and car chases, Mission Impossible blends suspense with action, creating tension-filled scenes that require intelligence and planning. One of the standout moments in Rogue Nation is the underwater heist scene. In this sequence, Ethan has to swim through a high-security water vault, hold his breath for minutes, and reprogram the vault system without being detected. We feel the suspense not only because of the physical challenge, but because we understand what's at stake. Scenes like this are carefully crafted to build suspense, using high-risk situations and requiring Ethan to think on his feet. This blending of mental and physical challenges has become a signature of the series, making each mission feel like a true puzzle with life-or-death consequences. One of the reasons Mission Impossible resonates so deeply is because of Ethan Hunt's character arc. As the films progress, we see Ethan not just as a fearless spy, but as a human being with vulnerabilities, fears, and emotional connections. In Mission Impossible 3, we see Ethan grappling with his relationship and the risk his work poses to the people he loves. In later films, we see the toll of his missions on his personal life and mental state. Unlike many classic spy heroes, who are often depicted as cold or purely professional, Ethan Hunt has a moral code. He values his team, takes risks for them, and is willing to put himself in harm's way to protect them. This emphasis on teamwork and loyalty gives the franchise a relatable and emotional core. It's not just about one man against the world. It's about a group of individuals working together to pull off the impossible. This layer of character development adds depth to the story and makes the action feel more meaningful. The Mission Impossible series has had a major influence on the spy and action genres. The focus on practical effects and real stunts encouraged other films to prioritize realism. Franchises like James Bond and Jason Bourne adopted elements of the Mission Impossible style, creating grounded action scenes that feel more intense because of their realism. Beyond inspiring other movies, Mission Impossible has created a lasting legacy in Hollywood. Its combination of suspense, real action, and clever storytelling has shown that a spy movie can be more than just gadgets and explosions. It can be about skill, intelligence, and raw courage. The series has redefined what a spy franchise can be, and with each film, it continues to push the boundaries of what's possible in action cinema. Mission Impossible reinvented the spy genre by evolving from a suspenseful thriller into a high-stakes, action-driven franchise with heart and intelligence. By committing to practical effects, intense physical stunts, and detailed storytelling, it has set a new standard for action films. From the vault drop to the Burj Khalifa climb, each installment has given us unforgettable moments that blend suspense with spectacle. But beyond the action, it's the character-driven stories and the dedication to realistic, high-stakes thrills that make Mission Impossible a truly unique cinematic achievement. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.